Okay, guys, I wanted to just go through a couple of items I got through on my Dollar Tree haul. Welcome to Nay West Reviews channel, and I am a fellow Dollar Tree addict. I love all things Dollar Tree. It's a big part of my life, especially with the economy being the way that it is right now. I'm always looking for ways to sort of save and maximize my dollar, and Dollar Tree is one of the ways that I do that. So today I got a couple items that I just wanted to kind of share, and hopefully down the road, maybe give you some feedback about what worked and what didn't. Okay, so I'm going to start with some beauty items. The first thing I'm going to show you is this liquid blush from the Ioni line. These blushes have been something that I've really liked. Actually, it's going to be one of my 5 favorites for the month of September, and they have really had more payoff than I anticipated. They're really quick and easy to apply and blend out. They may, depending on your complexion, show up better on some folks than others. That's probably the only downside. So they just work well enough for me. Some of they only have maybe 1 or 2 shades that I think may work for deeper tones. But again, for the price, I can't complain but so much. Another item that I just picked up are these 2 lipsticks, and I think this is more for Halloween specifically that they put these out. And these are also from the Ioni line. These are matte lipsticks. One is called Pomegranate Margarita, and these are I think more Halloween themed kind of lipsticks. We shall see. They promise to be long wearing, paraben free, also having shea butter as one of the main ingredients. So that one that I just put down is called Pomegranate Margarita, and this one's called Lola's Sangria. Another item that I got also from the Ioni line is their fruit extract lip glaze. And this is something called a lip oil and gloss hybrid. Promises to be lightweight, hydrating, also containing vitamin E and green apple extract. The vitamin E is what I'm more excited about because that really helps with my skin, especially likes vitamin E for helping with sort of any scarring, hyperpigmentation sort of issues. Smoothing and brightening, natural exfoliation is what what it claims that it's supposed to help with. So this is what that one looks like. Okay, and I also got this face and body illuminator, which I am curious to see how this is going to work. This is something that you put under, I guess, your foundation, or you can wear it on its own. But it says that it has vitamin E, jojoba oil, it's silky and lightweight, it's supposed to minimize the pores and be long lasting. This is in the style of Golden Gleam, is what it's called. And it says that it's a lightweight liquid primer for a long wear makeup application and a poreless looking complexion. So we shall see. I'm going to test it out, especially now that the weather's getting colder. I usually don't have a lot of issues with being a little bit heavier with some of the makeup products that I use. So I'm excited to see how this one will work. And that's what that one looks like. Okay, and just a couple of other quick things that I got. I got 2 of these LA Color pencils, lip pencils. They're double-sided. One is, I guess, more of a liner, and one is more of a filler. And the color I got, one is in Berry Sweet, which is more of a red berry-ish kind of color. Okay, Too Sweet. You hear Too Sweet in the background. And then the other one is called Pure Magic, which is a little bit more of a mauvey, pinkish kind of color. And this is what that one looks like on the packaging. Okay, Too Sweet. So after that, I got a couple of more sort of health related, I guess health slash beauty related things, more dental items that caught my eye. Some toothpaste related products. One is called Modern Whites Refresh toothpaste, as you can see. And the other one is called Pearly White. Now this one is a foaming purple toothpaste, which I've not used these purple toothpaste before. I've always been a little scared for some reason, but we'll see how they turn out. And I got two of these little mini mouthwashes. I work overnights for my regular job, so I like to have sort of mini travel size items that I can take with me, that I can use, to sort of, freshen up and stay freshened throughout the night. Once I eat and if I have time to take a nap and things like that. So this is from the Guru Nanda line. One is specifically their whitening mouthwash, and the other, I guess, is just their normal oral rinse. Both claim to instantly target bad breath germs. So that's the size that they are. Pretty easy to pack, and also refill. I usually refill them once I'm done with them. It just makes it easier to use the bottle over and over again. Because like I said, I work nights, so I always like to have something small with me. And I got a couple of these little mini whitening gel pens. Also pretty good to just kind of, pack with me, have on me, keep my teeth, nice and white. I'm using Invisalign now, so I'm going to be having that for the next couple of months. And it's nice to have something that I can just kind of have on the go in between the time I take my Invisalign off, to just kind of keep my teeth, fresh and white, and just kind of maximize the use of the Invisalign. Okay, so moving on from that, also with that, I just always restock on my toothbrushes. So I usually switch out my toothbrushes, every 3 months or so. I don't know if that's, how often or how more or less you're supposed to do it, but that usually works for me. Usually by that time, they're pretty worn down. So I always make sure I get a value pack just to stock up on. Okay, it's just a couple other items that I got that I'm curious about trying. I got this from their Global Beauty Care line, the Super Berry Glow Boosting line. I got the cleanser as well as the clay mask and the jelly cream. And I believe those are the main ones from that line. So I'm going to be using those throughout the month of October, and I'm curious to see how that will work for my skin. In terms of what the selling point has been for this particular line, it looks like hyaluronic acid is one that's a pretty big one, as well as I believe the mulberry extract, that's part of it. Yeah, cloudberry. It says rich in antioxidants, helps brighten and deeply hydrate skin. Hyaluronic acid hydrates, protects, and softens skin by retaining moisture. So we'll see how those go. I found that some of these Dollar Tree, facial products especially by the Global Beauty line are actually not that bad. Some of them are pretty good for the price and can actually function, as dupes for some of even the higher end brands. So especially right now with this economy, everybody's looking for ways to save a buck. People are getting laid off by the thousands, and some people are prepared to get laid off any day now, possibly. So we're all looking for ways to kind of, stretch a dollar if we can. So this is probably a good alternative in terms of some of the basic everyday needs that we have. Another thing that I stumbled upon that I'm curious about, because it looked like a good deal for the price, are these skincare jelly eye masks. These claim to be caffeine depuffing, and they also come in a vitamin C brightening variety as well. And so you get roughly about 20 pairs for $1. I think this one was $1.25 or $1.50. I can't, it wasn't more than $1.50, I believe. But for that price, still pretty good. For the vitamin C brand, it was also contains niacinamide. It contains hyaluronic acid, and it contains tranexamic acid, which I'm not the best in knowing all of what they do. Some of it helps with hyperpigmentation. Some of it helps with keeping your pores tight, controlling oil, those sorts of things, moisture. As far as the caffeine containing one, the caffeine helps with blood flow, and it has some of the same ingredients as well as far as the niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. So again, for the price, I thought pretty good find. So I'm curious to see how those will work out over the next month. Give you guys some feedback about those. And then I stumbled upon this Super Greens brightening eye cream with kale and vitamin C. And also it comes in sort of this serum with spinach and hyaluronic acid. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's this kind of cute green with pinkish top label. Oops, there you go. And as far as I can tell, these are the only two items in this particular line. So I'm probably going to weave that in towards the end of when I finish with the Super Berry line. Just to kind of get a sense of, you know, if those things are doing anything distinct from the Super Berry line. I try to keep the skin products separate from each other so I know what's doing what. And also, in addition to that, I just got some basic sort of household cleaning items that I normally get, you know, when I go to Dollar Tree. I found this dish detergent from the Home Bright Free and Clear, which claims to be dye-free, no harsh chemicals. So I always am looking for something healthier to switch over to. So I'm looking forward to trying that, as well as this Oxyblast stain remover. This I typically use when I do laundry. I do find that it does help in terms of giving some boosting action to the normal detergent that I use. And I got some cleansing wipes from their multi-surface line. And, you know, again, for the price, you get 30 wipes, which is not bad. Depending on how frequently you use them. I tend to use these not every day. So $1, you know, $1.25, $1.50, you know, I can stretch it out pretty much for the whole month. So economically, I find that that works out pretty well for me. And for this particular haul, I think that those are the highlights. One last thing that I probably didn't mention, two last things actually. I got a dry shampoo, which I do use for wigs. And that is from the Be Pure line. And I got this sunscreen that was kind of, you know, one of those impulse buys by the register. SPF 30, BDS sunscreen is the name. And I think even, you know, as we're getting into the colder months, even it's still important to use sunscreen. I find it's very helpful with keeping my skin protected, even from the harsh winter time, the colder times of the month. Sometimes that's a more vulnerable time for me. So yeah, those are the things that I got for this particular haul. I'm looking forward to using them and giving you guys some feedback. Let me know if there's anything in particular from this haul that you want to hear about, and I'll, you know, do a separate video for those specifically. All right, but I'll look forward to giving you guys another haul in the coming future, and, you know, sharing my feedback about these things. All right, guys, have a good night.